Having some congestion issues. So this will not work very well. Stream is going to be quite lagged. Let's see. Do we have any audio levels yet? Audio levels. Let's see. Stream will be quite laggy today. Okay, so we're at 7:02 a.m. in overcast New Hampshire. Just this camera. I'm having some internet connection issues today, so I suspect the stream is going to be quite lagged if it doesn't like stop working altogether. So we'll just have to let's make the best of that. Um, let's see. It's time for my 15-minute morning. Let me take a sip of tea. Oh, I can't do that with this microphone. So I've left the wireless mic set up upstairs so I can go up back and forth more easily, and I'm just direct connecting this mic because I don't move around very much downstairs. Upstairs is more of the issue. So we'll see how that goes. But today I am going to continue yesterday's experiment of doing 3 different 15-minute streams, except I'm not going to do them all in a row today because I think that uses up too many precious mental juices. I'm going to try doing the other ones later into the day. So the second one I'll do, which is the music exploration one, I'll do that around 1 p.m. my time. And then at the end of the day, I will maybe around 5 or maybe just after dinner, I'll do the product making one. This is the one that will be related to doing stuff related to designing new stuff for sale on Amazon or elsewhere. It's stuff that I've ignored for years, and I really need to move on this stuff because I'm just kind of stuck on it. So let's see. Without further ado, then, let me switch over to the wrong screen, it looks like. This should be this screen. There we go. So, alright, let me also announce in the live stream. Chat room at davidsay.com. Discord. So people can see that. Now, I just lost my OBS screen. Just arranging some windows here off the side. Ugh, pain in the butt. Not enough. Okay. You can kind of see what's going on now. All right, so what are we doing today? We're working on the Nerd Media Project. The Nerd Media Project is a local nerd celebration on print and web. And what does that mean? That means I'm making a website, basically. If I review what I've done so far in my Nerd Magazine continuity log, basically I spent some time, 15 minutes a day, making an HTML prototype, writing some content for about a week and a half, maybe. And then I started working on the messaging, and then I started actually building the website technology, and that's where I've been stuck on. I think at least for a few weeks now, a couple of weeks. So it's been about, I would say, 40 days since I started this. So let's see if this is still working. Nope, that's not working. Let me fix the Zoom thing here. Hope this microphone sounds okay. There's the accessibility preferences, and I need to adjust the Zoom position again because it keeps moving. I think every time I restart it moves back to the main screen. So now I can zoom in again on this. So it's Tuesday, September 20th. And I think one cool thing about doing these 15 minutes a day is actually last night I had an idea that might save me time and work today. So I'm going to do that. So, and the idea is to is to move back from the pure or from the mixture of Gulp and Metalsmith. These are the two build tools that I'm using that are kind of compatible with each other. Um, what I was trying to fix with Gulp yesterday was the ability to save a file that I'm working on and have the browser automatically refresh and show me what's changed. And it wasn't working well purely in Metalsmith, but I was hoping Gulp plus Metalsmith would work better. But I'm having problems getting livereload to work. And today I was originally going to try to debug that, having started the process yesterday. But it occurred to me maybe I should just go back to the Metalsmith watch because it knows how to efficiently recompile, whereas Gulp does not natively know how to do that. And so while it may be the bigger thing to do to figure out why it's not working now, let me just go for expediency and see if I can get this to work. This will be a nice test. So rather than reading this tutorial, today we're going to just selectively, let's try selectively deleting the bogus collection data, or ignore it. That would be the hacky way to do it. That would be the way I think that most programmers would just go around doing it. I was trying to go for the pure architected, does exactly what it's supposed to approach, which has its place, but sometimes I guess you just need to get stuff done. What I don't like about it is it makes the process a little bit more fragile. But anyway, let's take a look over here. First, let me arrange my screens a bit. I'll set the 15-minute timer. Boom, it's counting down. Yep, counting down. And I almost knocked my drink all over the place. Ugh. The cinnamon tea from Harney and Sons. Some good stuff. Blanking already. I need to eat something. So I've got that there. And let me go back to here. This should be all the way on the left. This can be here. Let's go with the browser window. And why do I keep getting this package control thing? I guess it's automatically updated. I need to pull up a terminal window too. And I need to move this over to the side screen. And I need to shrink it down to 12. And I need to go to CD web, CD build, CD nerd metal, CD build, and so we're in there now. And let's go back over here and look at our gulp file. This is the wrong project, so let's switch projects in this. And here we are in gulp file. Now, previously, we had, I was setting up a separate task called watch. And I'm thinking now not of doing that. It's really, I kind of want to fix this. But let me just see if I can get this other thing to work. We'll leave watch in. And then Smith will add back down the asset watching stuff. And let's see. How would this work? So I want to do that, and then I want to use, is it Metalsmith Watch, M Watch, and M Express. Of course, I forgot how to use this already. So Metalsmith Watch. Actually, there's Watch and Watcher. What's the difference? Looks like there's a whole bunch of these things. Save. There's a whole bunch of different changed. There's some interesting stuff in here. Live reload, build. New node static server. This is very new. It looks like people have tried to solve this problem also. Use watch. So you have the pattern. This is different than the one I'm using, I think. Or is it? It looks like plenty of people are trying to get this to work. This is the one I've been using, I believe. 38 commits. Yeah, I should remember to look up how people are using. See what the other available sources are. So let's see. I think that it's like this, and want something like this. Oops. Yeah. There's extra spaces in the front. And then we can't. Yeah, we do want something basically that looks like this. So anything in source is set to already set correctly, and anything in templates, which I believe is set up correctly. Yep. Gulp. Yeah. So it'll watch this, and then how does it know to build? The values of map are relative to the Metalsmith source, because it's the only place to build file. Live reload, true. So there's another parameter. How does it work? Okay, this is the paths option, so this should be paths. And then it should be live reload true. I believe that's what I need to do. It should work. Alright, let's see if this does it. But first we had to get rid of the watch task. So, and serve we want to get rid of as well. So we're no longer using those. Oops. Is that correct? I used to. That's right. Alright. So now let's see if this actually builds and doesn't complain. So I'm running gulp in the terminal down here. And it says it's watching stuff. So let's see if we get the bogus behavior we had before. Let's change it to 9,000. Not 900. And I don't think I'm running the Express server. I forgot to do that. So I need to add the watching is happening. How do I do that? There was a particular demo I used to start from. Where was it? It was watch something. Where the hell did it go? Usually I thought I wrote it down. So instead of Metalsmith watch, we also wanted Metalsmith tutorial. I think it was this one, maybe. What I'm looking for is the Express launcher. Of course, now I can't find it. Evo code. Everything is not working again today. About this. I just look at this source, destination, answer, markdown, build. Where's the Express? Actually, I should probably just search for that. Express watch. So I guess one thing I'm learning is that I actually do need to pay pretty close attention to the plugin infrastructure. Build, testing, use serve. This is a demo this is the tutorial I didn't like because, oh wait, no, it does include everything. Use branch, suggesting I don't know what the branch plugin does. Branch is what? Metalsmith branch. Then he's serving it, and why is this indented? I guess there's no reason for it. So use serve. Actually, I guess I could just use the existing serve, so I could do run sequence build serve callback. Serve should work. Is it going to get the live reload retrigger? Let's see what happens. Alright, let's rerun the gulp file. So serve is running. That's going. I can reload it here. But now the trick is to see if I save this article, if it reruns. I don't see it rerunning. It's not issuing the live reload. Because somehow because this is what it's because here I have the gulp watch. Alright, so I guess we have to try using it the other way. So let's add that serving here. Let's steal this. And let me make a note here. External to Metalsmith. So my default is still build. I'll clean it up later. Just try to get this to work. So mwatch is going. And then we want to serve it. I guess we need to serve before mserve. Is that what they call it? Or is it mexpress? It's mexpress. What is serve defined up here? Oops. Ugh. Serve is must serve. That's a different plugin. So again, I was saying that I needed to know the plugin infrastructure, because each of these tutorials uses a different one. Why is this not finding? two of them? There it is. So the path for this, use Method Express. Oh, there's a bunch of livereload options. Okay. So what we want to do is mexpress. Or and then we have some metadata. Use Method Express. Net. Use. Oh, interesting. Wait, that's what I had before, isn't it? Use mwatch paths livereload true. That's odd. I'm checking to see if I have some weird indentation or I guess that is right. Is this build? Oh, this is Smith. Where's my build function? Let's see what this is. I'm gonna go for, since I can't stop in the middle of this. I'm missing this after. Where is that? I'm not so sure this is the best way of doing it. Missing, where's this 244? Yeah. So I don't know if this will work. I mean, I'm not seeing anything happen over here. Where's this defaulting to? So Metalsmith watch. It should just be doing use mexpress. Use watch. And so watch. This should be, at least it's emitting those. The live reload is not working though, because apparently, what's this defaulting to? Wait a moment. Middleware push Microsoft experience requirement middleware. Do I actually need to tell it to use live reload too? It looks like it defaults to. Why is this documentation so terrible? Oh, it's using a different live reload plugin. This is like a pain in the ass. So, you know what? Let's try, instead of going to the gulp file, let me go to the build file instead, which had a working Metalsmith process. What's this shit? Nerd. What the heck is this? I think that's just some junk from the other day. Okay, so let's get out of this. Let's do the node build, which will run our build this script, which was working. Where is that? Hello. Oh, it's on this page. So now it says express watch paths sources livereload true. And this was express. Let's rerun this. How is this serving though? Maybe I'm missing the entire build thing at the end, which actually makes it do something. In the other one. So I still don't know what port this is running on. I guess it's on 3000. Where was that set? Is it just a fault to it? And let's see if I change pizza MD. Or actually, this is index, right? So if I save this, oops, I can see it updating over here. At least it's doing that. And then, but this page didn't reload. So this is where it is. The issue is when I resave it multiple times, it was rewriting. This page doesn't seem to be redrawing because I didn't change it. But if I change a script, okay, there's the problem. So what's happening is it's creating these global objects here. In my index template, it's going through each item. So what I want to do is actually execute some JavaScript here. Console log. What is an item? Will that work? Oops, crash. Let's see. Stingify? Stringify. Irregular circular structure to JSON. I guess I can't do stringify item. Let's just console log the item then. Just want to see what the properties are in this. Cannot define for each item in articles. Is that not accessible? Or do I have to do some weird ass thing like this? Unexpected token. How do I inspect properties? Property keys undefined. Jade JavaScript inline. How does this work? That's not it. Inline template. Using JavaScript functions within Jade templating language. Using JavaScript functions. It's within Jade templating. So here, how can I access how can I access other template variables? access. Am I missing it? This is just a straight function. Access template properties in JavaScript within Jade template. How to pass yeah, it's not for users equals, okay, that's actually interpreting it. Pug, did I mix it? Pug template docs. The elegance is escaping me. Language reference. I just want to find unbuffered code. Buffered code. Can I not access? Wait. Li, so I can do simple scripting, it looks like. Li item. Block unbuffered code by putting one for each item in list. I don't think I can actually do what I want to do here. What I was trying to do is just inspect what was an item. Maybe I just should do this. And see what happens. Except it gives me just object. I don't think I can do an object keys in here, because that's what I just tried. Because item is defined within the template environment, and then the JavaScript environment seems to run separately. You can't get data back and forth between them, at least in the simple code examples or documentation examples I've seen. This is a frustrating system. Elegant, but with lots of caveats, which I guess is the issue of anything that tries to be elegant. Not really its fault. I guess I should look up, how can I dump out? This is grabbing the metadata. So maybe in my build.js, I can't do that because the looping is happening here. Maybe I can dump out the metadata here. Console log this metalsmith for its own metadata. I think that might work. Let's see. I did get a big chunk of stuff here. And this is what's in the metadata. Let's examine it, why don't we? So we have something called moment that's defined. Let's eliminate that. then there's something called articles. And it looks like there's an array of 2 articles. Then there's a bunch of collections. So it looks like the articles are correct. But then the collection that's defined seems to be screwed up. This is what happened at the last. Why is it only getting 2 of them? Is it because there's only 2? That's right. Test, test. But we can see template, contents, that's the buffer. Stats object? I wonder what's in that. Is it like fstat stuff? And there's a collection object. Let's look at the collection for each thing. So if we look at this metadata, for I'm already starting to fade. Let's just do metadata. How deep can I dig into this? What was that code I was just looking at? What did I just do with it? Oh, it's up here. Visibly lurking. It's 20 seconds left. That's so irritating. Let's look in collections, articles. Oh, 0. Collections, articles. I think that's right. Let's just see what's in that first one. Let's see if I even have the reference correctly. It looks like it's. Of course, I can't see what it's doing now. There's the build. This is what's in the first article. Is it a mirror of the other one? Oh, this is dumbing out the entire thing. So here's the content. Next tells it what collection it's in. This is the next article in the index link. So there's a path and a file name. So I think in that case I was getting both of them. Does the file name change on each one? Path, or maybe it's getting both of them? I don't know. It's awfully irritating though. And I don't even see the index file. Let me save this template again and see if we get some different result. Actually, that time it didn't even run build. Well, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let me write down. I'm going to close this off. Didn't work because of irritating lack of insight into both Gulp and Jade. Yeah. It's very frustrating. So, I don't know what to do next. All you want to do is just freaking live reload this stupid thing. And all the live reload examples I'm trying to use don't work quite with the approach I'm taking. And none of the approaches that I'm looking at quite matches what I want it to do. And the documentation for all these plugins is short, or has assumptions in it that aren't obvious from the documentation. So the next stage would actually be digging through code and seeing what it does, which at least in JavaScript is possible. Can you imagine how slow this would have been like before the internet? This is why people would be writing their own code. Anyway, frustrating morning, but I'm going to close this off for today, and then I'm going to switch to development work. Get some bills paid, doing some work, and then maybe I'll do my music project around 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But, okay, that's the stream for the day. Nothing happened. Very irritated. So I'm going to eat some breakfast and see if that improves my mood. So, hope your morning is going better than mine. I'll see you all later.